to say, the purpose of this is what happens to me out in the public comes to me and they ask me questions, specific questions about a lot of things dealing with our county. And I think it is our duty to the public to let them know where all sides come about on all the decisions that come in front of this board. This open meeting for the public is an excellent forum. Everybody, there's definitely, we have sides, everybody thinks differently. But if your commission set up in here and did not listen to the public, how would you feel about some of the decisions? I think we sit here and we listen. We are a very observant board of county commissioners, and we're looking at everybody's input that deals with this community. Bills were great. I love your emails. Absolutely understand them. All the emails that we got, there were some really harsh emails that come to me as a commissioner that aren't warranted. My question to this community was, is this a position that we need? Is it a position? And we've heard all the deliberations from our community, and that's what we need. We need direction at times. I don't have all the answers for this community. This community is so divided. And we need to bring ourselves together to work as a whole. Right now, we're not doing that. We're fighting amongst ourselves. And it's like we got the Republican Party against the Democratic Party. And I have a lot of Democratic friends that are friends of mine that voted for me. And I really appreciate what is said. I don't think the same as everybody in this room. But I think everybody in this room has the right to speak out and say, okay, we need to observe all these different little issues that we have. If we can get this community to work together in a positive way, it'll be excellent. But it's like every time there's a little bit of, I'm going to say a mosquito bite out there, something that somebody doesn't like, a little prick on the finger or whatever, then it can turn into a really large issue. I brought this up because I wanted people to know what has been told to me out in the public. And that's why I brought it in front. And that's what I like about this forum, dealing with this open meeting. It lets people speak what's on their mind. And I think it's wonderful. I think it's actually wonderful what the people of this community can bring out and bring to our attention. I don't know if one of the two commissioners want to have a...
There's a hand.
I just have a quick question. I wasn't going to talk, but about the division.
Would you?
Oh, sure.
You got it. Please come on.
Kelly Chircop, Driggs. I guess I wasn't going to talk, but after you said it, I guess I wanted just a quick comment. About the division, I guess I would ask you as leaders that we can all talk amongst ourselves, but when you say in the public meeting by eliminating a position, that creates some of the division. And the reason is because you're not giving that analysis that Bill talked about. Like I'm a professional in this community, and when I, have a job to do, I do it, and then I present it to my client, analysis and a vision and a direction. And I would ask you, if you would like to see this community move forward in one direction, as leaders, you can't talk in a public meeting like we talk at the grocery store. You can't just announce to eliminate someone that potentially is our friend or even a position we feel very strongly about. So I would just ask that, please.
Thank you very much.
I do have something to say along those lines. Talk is just talk. It's actions that speak louder than words. And I'm really disappointed in this board. I feel like this board has made a lot of things very personal. And it has, and even walking into this meeting, I wasn't sure if we're talking about public works director position or personnel. And I've seen the way that Jay has been treated by this board and undermined and gone around Jay flag, bringing in buckets of theatrics, bullying in the budget meeting, and the fact that his position was talked about and this board did not have the courtesy or the courage to talk to him about it. He had to find out about it from the clerk and call one of you. And I think that is a poor sense of leadership, whether you like him or not. That's just not the right thing to do. And I think if we have division in this community, it's us as leaders to lead it to a place that's interactive. We should go to all the events, whether it's the fair, whether it's Music on Main. We're the leaders in this community, we have groups that we need to represent. And I'm sorry to say it, I've been trying to hold my tongue. I'm incredibly disappointed, it's really dysfunctional, and it's making government personal when it never should be. If we have an issue with Jay, we need to talk to him about it. And I would remind you guys, we just did his evaluation, right? And a lot of things, I don't know what we're gonna talk about at 1:30 at this point, honestly, if we're going to executive session or not. But that was really disappointing. And Jay came to visit me, and he sent us emails, we need better communication, we need better communication. I'm the only one who responds. He asks us to go and talk to him, he says to call him, he doesn't. He wants us to make a decision today. If you guys, if this is personal, you don't trust him, it's an at-will state, do what you need to do, but, this is just bad. Bad.
That would have been nice for you to get the meeting the other day when we were talking about it. I realized that you had other business, this should be your #1 priority. When this came up,
Come on.
It is not, it is my number one priority. I don't think that you should qualify my work. I think the first 3 months of my term in office, I put in more time the last year and a half, right? We dealt with a lot of huge issues, and I think we brought this community a little bit forward, and it's sad to see it going back. And not just back, but how it's doing that. It's been very personal. Kelly, you sat here and you said to me, my word is my bond. My word is my bond. When I say that, that's what I mean. And I asked you at the end of that meeting, I'm like, is the mission here to fire Jay? And you said to me, no, Jay's doing an excellent job. So when I read these minutes and heard about this, I'm like, what is going on? I appreciate you guys waiting for me to be here to discuss it. And I did write you a memo because I knew there was a lot of personnel things going on at that meeting. Whether it was Dawn doing her job, putting out a public document, or what I was surprised at is this position of the public works director. And so, don't qualify that I couldn't be here for a meeting, okay? I'm not saying that this is not my #1 job. I've been here almost 6 years, putting in a ton of time with this, Sid.
I appreciate that. There was some very important business to take care of. You weren't there. We discussed some things. In my mind, this is a personal issue. I thought when Kelly proposed to eliminate the position, I'm not in favor of that. I'm not in favor of that. It is a personnel issue. I would like to discuss that. I don't know where
Well,
Kelly
I'm not
sits.
sure what we're talking about today with the agenda then. Because if we're talking about personnel issues, it is specific to Jay Maslowski. It is an executive session that we talk about.
That's what I.
It is on the agenda as a public works director position. And I'm gonna read the minutes, okay, that we approved, all right? Chairman Parks said he has given this department a lot of thought and believes the county has no need for a $104,000 public works director in addition to blah, blah, blah. Commissioner Kunz said this has been an issue, this issue has been on his mind since the county budget. So this was to the public works director position, not personnel.
Okay, well, I guess that's what, after thinking about what Kelly proposed, is a personnel issue with me. I don't know where Kelly sits on this, well, I'm pretty sure I know where you sit on it.
I think we should just be fair though, Sid. If you have issues with an employee, you need to give the employee the opportunity to work with them. And we sat through an evaluation with him, and he had a decent evaluation. I don't know what has happened in the last 3 weeks or 4 weeks since we evaluated him. I get it that you guys don't
Are you talking about
trust
that
him.
evaluation? I mean,
I get it that you guys don't trust him, I get that.
is that about?
But I'm talking about being fair, Sid, being fair. We've had issues with employees in the past, we worked on them. But let's set up more meetings to work with you. Let's explore the communication and broaden it out so we can keep, help them improve. But we're not willing to do that. You have to lead by example.
We discussed with Jay on several occasions. You act like I never talked to him, don't ever call him, don't ever talk to him.
So why don't you schedule an executive session for 1:30 instead?
Well, I think we
Because
have
you
to
wanna
discuss
talk-
the public works
Right,
director
if you-
position too, whether we're
Right,
retaining it
I
or not.
would talk about both. And if you want to speak generally about treatment of employees, like where you were going and not getting specific ones, we can move on, but.
Well, Well, the points that I was trying to make that were not executive session is how we treat him in public. And I think that it's been bullying. I think there's a culture here that I think we're perpetuating it.
I would like specifics on bowling. You talking when I brought up the instance in the budget session? When
Yeah,
I
I do,
talked about
yeah.
efficiency?
Yeah, because we had just talked with Jay. We had just talked to him, and that part was never brought up.
Kathy, this is not appropriate for a public discussion. We should say something.
Those happen in public.
Morning lot here.
Those happened in public.
I
This was
appreciate
in
what
public.
Kelly's saying.
Huh?
I appreciate what Kelly's saying.
Me too.
If it's about a public meeting.
It was in a
It's fair for
public,
someone
it was
to
in a
talk.
public meeting, so it's not like it's executive session. I was talking about efficiency, a decision that was made by Jay I mean, should be executive, it was in a public meeting, so.
We already talked about it, but I'm not sure what you're talking about. A decision by Jay to,
A management decision that cost the county some money, and that's what I'm bringing up, and I talked to Jay publicly. I think I think Bill might have been there. Were you there at that day, at the budget discussion, Bill? I can't remember.
I don't really know what you're talking about either, so.
Okay, well, I guess I would take we were talking about, hauling gravel from Felt to Victor, or south of Drake, between Drake and Victor. It was a management discussion. I felt like it should have, it wasn't efficient taxpayer money. We ran, I'm not gonna go into specifics here over personnel. I'm not gonna do it. I think this is an executive decision. That's the issue we're talking about, is the budget discussion. Obviously Kathy thinks I'm bullying. I was talking to him about a decision that I thought was not good management. That was bullying.
Well, it's the way that you talk to him, honestly. I mean, I think that you were just like, that is bad, that's wrong. You shouldn't do, I think to talk to someone and give them feedback on their job performance during their evaluation is for you to do that. And it wasn't brought up. That was the problem, that was part of the issue.
We
And
already
we
had
had
the
just,
evaluation, we had
just finished it.
the gravel was probably right then. I don't know what came first. I guess I don't know which came first.
The evaluation was first. Because I remember, I didn't just come out there and evaluation.
Are you sure? Okay. We'll look into that, but this is a personnel issue with me, and I'll throw it out again. To make this political or partisan, that's not what I'm trying to do. I am looking for the most efficient way to spend money, your money, my money, our taxpayer money, to get the best that we can for the roads and our infrastructure. That's it. This has nothing to do with politics with me. I apologize if you think it does. I'm not trying to make it political. I'm just trying to do the best job that I can up here with the information that I have in front of me. I don't know why you're smiling, but obviously.
Because you just said it's personal. That's why I'm confused. You're like, you want to find efficiencies, but you're like, this is personal for me.
Personnel.
Right, which is different than efficiencies.
I'm done with this conversation. I don't know where it's going. You guys know where I stand. I'm not trying to make this political. This is about trying to do the best job that I can with the information that I have at hand, and I think there's things that we can do to make things better. We talk about ambulances on the roads. We got about people that can't get home. I mean, we got to do something about that. We've got to try and make things better around here for these roads. And if we're talking about making a road a national gold standard, but yeah, we got people that can't get home. I mean, that's all I'm trying to do is make things better for this community. I'm not trying to make it political at all. At all.
Would like to wrap this up, really appreciate it, and I like the forum that we have here, because then you see the problems that we have, just moving forward. And, with that said, yes.
For the public's benefit, and given that it's 1:30, can you take 5 minutes and decide if that discussion is going to take place? The purpose of that, the clerk was asked to put that on because what came up 2 weeks ago, as you'll recall, was if you were to eliminate the position, your suggestion was that the 2 supervisors would take on those responsibilities. And that's why in the past packet, you have all 3 job descriptions, and you asked that Clay and Saul come to that meeting as
I
well.
didn't ask that, Mary Lou asked that, I think that was a poor idea, why would they wanna come and tell us how they can do Jay's job better? I mean, that,
I would guess it's more what elements of a 4-page job description can they do. I don't think it was a matter of
Well, I
can
don't
they do
think
it
they're-
better at all, but they have to be willing to take that on. And the question was asked, would they also, regarding the budget, then, have a pay raise at all? And the comment was, you didn't see that, but that they could take on some of that responsibility, and what they could not do would be contracted out. So that was the purpose for the 130. If you as the chair did not feel that that is
No, I think it's a,
then
I would like to see it there, because then we can make a final decision, because our engineers asked for a decision on that position today. And out of respect for that person.
Clay won't be there, I'm pretty sure, I don't know about Saul, Clay won't be there, I don't blame him for not wanting to be in that kind of a environment.
So yeah, that'll be a 130 decision. We'll probably go into executive session and go from there. I'd like to thank everybody for coming and for your input. We really do appreciate it. As you can say, we have opinions that are different. But I really like this forum, even though